BTBClub.biz. Welcome to BTB Growth Club Podcast, a weekly podcast for business owners and entrepreneurs with relevant and actionable content to help you close more deals and grow on a personal and professional level. New episodes are published every week. Write to the show to suggest topics and guests to our email, hello@BTBclub.biz. Find us online at BTBclub.biz. Never miss an episode by subscribing to our podcast. And now here is your host Nathan Manzanik.
So welcome to another episode. Today we talk about what is referral. So many people don't know exactly how the referral process works. And that's fine, because we have to start somewhere, don't we? Well, a referral process is a process that allows us to be in contact with someone we don't know firsthand. And at BTB Club, that's quite easy because some of our fellow networkers, our fellow members, will know someone that could be a great client for us, and they are going to put us in contact. Now, that referral process means that they are referring us to this person. So how does that look? Well, first of all, we give our fellow BTB Club member the full contact details of that person we are referring them to. And we do that through the app, if we prefer to do it on a mobile phone. And if we want to do that on the desktop, on the computer, then we can use BTBclub.biz, and then we go into the group as a discussion. How does it look exactly, that post? We would write something like referral to, for example, for Lina Grubler, just to say a name of one of our great members. So when we do that, then under that line, we can specify the contact details, the name of the person, what's the profession or the name of the business. We can include, we should include the mobile phone number, so our fellow member can be in contact with the person that we're referring them to, and also the email address. So once we do that, we add another field that we can call description, and that's where we can add some more information, so it's easier for our fellow member to have that first conversation with our contact. This is based on the premise that that contact is already expecting the call from our fellow member. So we would, during the conversation, we would discuss why our fellow member is a great supplier. We might also ask any of those 12 questions to generate a referral. We qualify the need they have for the product or service that a fellow member is offering. And then we let that person we're referring a fellow member to, we let them know what the experience is like. What can they expect? Is it going to be a contact on the phone? Is it likely to become a meeting if there's mutual interest? And we will make that happen. So by the time our fellow member finds the nice surprise, that pop-up that says, oh, you got a referral from Lina, from whoever, that means that they can call on that number, that mobile phone number, and that person will be expecting their call. What is the wrong way to do this? Well, imagine that you give me a referral, and then I call that person, and that person says, so you are Nathan who? That wouldn't be a referral, because then they are not expecting my call, they have no idea who I am, or also it could mean that they have no interest whatsoever in my products or services. It would be no difference between me having their contact phone or the telephone number from Google or from the website and then making a cold call. And that's not what we do, is it? We don't want to do cold calling. We want to borrow from the trust we have with our contact and edify our fellow member. So the process is, as we mentioned, you have a regular conversation with someone you know, and then you put them in contact with your fellow member by letting them know that they are going to receive a call from our fellow member. Obviously, because there is an interest from our contact. So once we do this, once we have published as a post on our group that referral, then our fellow member receives that notification. And there's nothing wrong with also, just as a backup, to share on an app like WhatsApp. We can also share the contact details of that person, the contact card, for example, so it's easier for them to save it on their mobile phone. So this is more or less the way the referral process looks. If we want to be extra helpful, if we are interested in generating a great referral, not just a good one, we can invite that referral to the meeting, to the weekly BTB Club meeting, and introduce them in person. Nothing can beat that, because then the benefit is double. The person that we are bringing to the meeting will meet face to face that fellow member, will hear his or her presentation, and it would create a great connection. They will bond from the first minute, and they can have a little network and a little space where they can get to know each other face to face. And from there is our fellow members' responsibility to continue with our interest and to confirm that they can be of assistance to our contact, and therefore to close the sale if it comes to that. So I hope this adds a little bit of value and helps you understand how the referral process works and what is a referral. Now, a good referral is something different from different people. Some individuals, they need to have commercial activity every day. They need to do many visits. Very likely, especially sales advisors, for example, employees in a company. But other fellow members, they don't need volume. They don't need just someone to call on. They would appreciate to have referrals when there's a high interest in working with them. So how do you know what is a good referral for different members in your group? Simple answer to that question: ask the question. And the best time, the best moment to ask that question is when you have that sword exchange meeting, that one-to-one structure meeting, when they will let you know what is a good referral for them. And how can you be proactive in generating good referrals? Well, the first one, I'm going to share with you 6 points that could really help you. First one is to listen proactively. And that means when you are out and about, or when you're about your daily business, be in the lookout for signs of somebody who has an issue, has a problem, has a need. Because if we listen carefully, they are going to give us great information about what kind of people they would like to be working with to solve their problems or their needs. And once we identify that one of our contacts has a specific need, then we don't need to sell aggressively. We just inform and nurture their interest in finding a solution. And once we inform them the different options, that we know somebody that is an expert on that field, we can edify the profile of our fellow networker at BTB Club by sharing stories, sharing success stories from customers, from clients that have used the services or the products of a fellow member. And those real life experiences are going to edify the credibility of that member. So we can ask something like, is this the kind of professional that you would like to help you or to receive help from? And if that's the case, we can follow with, okay, so is it okay if he gives you a call? Would you mind if he calls you? And that way, when they confirm that, we have achieved that referral. So ask them for their contact, if you don't already have those, the mobile phone and the email address, so you can give those details to your fellow BTB Club member. And as we mentioned, how do we give that referral? we share it on the app first, and then we're okay to send the contact details on WhatsApp. So this is the referral process in a nutshell, but make sure that you ask any questions you have either to your BTB Club manager or also after this episode.